I'm walking around the neighborhood, walking around the little part of the neighborhood where I live. That is one of the nice things about freedom, about not being in jail, about not being in a nursing home, about not being bedridden. It's just the ability to walk around the neighborhood when you feel like it. And the weather is cool, but it's it's actually pretty nice. A little bit cool, and I'm wearing a sleeveless blouse. But it doesn't really bother me that much. It's I'm less sensitive to weather than normal people are. I have schizotypal personality disorder. I have impulse control disorder. And it is a general rule that people suffering mental illnesses don't tend to be as sensitive to the weather as most people, or as people who are within the normal range mentally. This is something that has come up more than once. I can remember being in an elevator and somebody remarked on the way that I seemed dressed oddly considering the weather, and somebody remarked, she doesn't know there's any such thing as weather. Okay, and that's something also that I read in a book about a young man who had schizophrenia that was written by his mother, and people commented that it would be very cold, drizzling lightly, and he would go out in a shirt with no sleeves on it. Didn't seem to be be bothered by it. And but anyway, this is a nice day, and I really appreciate just being able to walk around. This is one of those things that is very simple, very it's very easy to forget things. It's very easy to forget our blessings until you lose them. You think about what it's like to be in jail, what it's like to be in the hospital, what it's like to just not be able to, just to leave the room when you feel like it. And, that it is a wonderful thing. And like I've made this point before, we need to think about the little things. In fact, I think the worst things, when you think about being in jail or prison, people tend to focus on the more sensational aspects, which are bad. The rapes, the beatings, the gang fights, those sorts of things. In fact, one friend of mine with whom I corresponded said that people are very concerned about rape in the free world, but in prison, he was in a men's prison, it's a daily occurrence. But to me, I think the worst things would be the terrible food, the lack of privacy when you do things like use the toilet, and just not being able to walk around when you feel like it. It would be the day-to-day little things that would really put a cloud over your life. And I do have a hard time. I remember when I was those are the things that would really bother me. And so I just wanted to check in with my followers and friends and tell you that I'm enjoying my walk. And we all should appreciate, if you're not in jail, if you're not in prison, if you're not bedridden, if you're not, you know, we should always count our blessings, and that is, and being able to just walk around the neighborhood is a blessing.